Hey guys, welcome to a behind the scenes look. No, actually I had a doctor's appointment this morning. I went to get my eyeballs checked. On the way home, stopped to go pick up 2 rose bushes and a bag of gardening soil. Needed help with that. Hubby helped me carry it around to the front and I had 2 boxes waiting for me. I had my birdhouses, which are right there, and then I had an ICPU box. So let me get you on that tripod right there and then we will check out what we got. Actually, before I put you on the tripod, let me just show you guys the 3 Roy Toganaguas that I got. 2 of them are on mounts, and then that one came bare root. They've already been in their seaweed CalMag mix soak. So this one, let's look at her first, or him first, whatever you want to call it. So we do have some viable roots that are absorbing, and we do have this beautiful new growth right here. Let me put it down, see if I can get it to focus a little bit better. But so that is the new growth, and hopefully with this kickstart here some more roots will come from right in here because those are viable. And see if I missed anything else in the meantime. Nothing else on that one, so let me zoom you back out and then let's pull this one over. And I just have them sitting in here for now. I will be hanging them up. This one here also has a new growth coming right down there in the back. And as you can see, the roots are active, a couple of them, so that is good. Look at that one there. Okay, so this one's going to be just fine. Just needs some hydration and a little bit of time. Not looking too bad. And then the last one that I'll probably end up putting in a pot has this as its latest growth, this long cane right here. And if you look, we have some root nubbins getting ready to shoot out of this one. And there's a few right there already. So this one I think is going to be okay as well. Like I said, I'll probably put this one in a pot. And I put that stake in there to hopefully help keep it from getting knocked over. Let me lean it up against the shelf for right now, just to make sure I don't do any damage to it. And then we have this big girl here, another big one. Love these things. Look at these big leaves. Oh my goodness. So she does have a little bit of, looks like temperature damage right here. And she's got a few little nubbins that are trying to come out. She'll be getting her soaked shortly. I wanted to get all the dried leaves and everything off of her leaves, all the dried velamen off of these roots, but she has a couple of roots that do have active growing tips on them. I am going to try to get her in the smallest pot I can get her in, regardless of how ridiculous she looks with these big leaves. The last one I got, I am going to put you on the tripod because I'm thinking I'm going to do something and I want to show you guys. Before we look at the last girl though, let me show you the birdhouses. So this one is the same as the one that I unboxed earlier. It's the green one. But look at this red one. Guys, it is so cute. Look at that. And thank you to all of those who let me know these are more for nesting than feeding. But I still don't think that it would hurt to put a little bit of feed in there to encourage a home buyer. You know, hey, new home, come in here. And the back portion is to clean old nests out. Thank you to those of you who clarified that for me. And in addition, every order that you get to choose a free gift. If it's over, I believe it's $35. I chose to get some more 5-inch pots. These are the ones that have the nice big aeration holes in them. It's a set of 5. There's different things you can choose from, so be sure to check that out and choose your free gift. Now on to another big girl. So this is kind of what she looks like right now. Doesn't look too happy, right? She did have a leaf similar to the other one that did get broken off, and I don't see a new leaf growing quite yet, but I'm pretty sure there'll be one kicking out. Now this one here is an older girl. As you can see, this is her stem, so it starts here and it goes all the way down to right there. Before I tell you what I want to do, I did end up taking off these 3 leaves. I believe that she got some water in her crown, and because these were going off, and then this one here, and it was kind of wet at the base, so I've let it dry under the fan just to make sure everything is nice and dry. Now to my plan. So she's ICPU, and she was going to be binned, and because this stem is so long, I want to cut it right here like that, and then she will still have all of these roots that she can work with, as well as I'll finish cleaning off all the sheaths, but she does have a few root nubbins that are trying to come out. This right here could possibly, this right here could possibly be a spike. If it is, it'll definitely get cut, and I'm not going to wait for it to bud. I'm just going to nip it before it even gets started. And this is what was cut off. Now I know that looks like a lot of roots to be cut off, but a lot of these roots have kinks in them. So I'm going to cut all of them off just to show you how much of the stem that I cut, so you can see how mature and old this lovely lady is. Give me just a second. I'm almost done getting them all off of here. Because I was getting ready to do this, and I said, you know what, let me just film this, you know, just to document it for my sake and for yours if you are scared of cutting a stem. And I did cut it in the dry section right here. So that is nice and woody. I will allow this end right here to kind of dry off. I'll put some cinnamon on it, leave it for about an hour or so. And when I soak her roots in the CalMag mix, I'm only going to let it get up to here. I'm not going to let it touch that stem at all to avoid getting any moisture in there. And hopefully that will kickstart her and give her room now for me to put her in a pot, because like I was saying, I want to put them in the smallest pot possible. And I'm thinking I can now set her, maybe, let's see, twist, and there we go. I can probably set her in here, and she will look a little ridiculous because of this pot and how big her leaves are, but it'll also allow this pot to dry out quicker and not stay wet. Because I think another thing that kind of set her back, and the other one, and possibly got some water in here or moisture into the leaf joints, is there was a lot of moss at the base when I cleaned it out. So that is something that you do want to avoid on any of your orchids, but especially your monopodials, because if it gets into that leaf joint, if one little piece of moss gets in there, you don't notice it stays wet, could cause that issue. And I just will show you these ladies right here. With that, you guys have a beautiful day. I'll see you on the next one. And if you'd like to keep up with the progress, go ahead and subscribe. Don't forget to get your 12% at orchidsupply store.com using coupon code TRISH.